Greetings and salutations, dudes and dudettes of the interwebs. I'm Tyler.
And this is Cameron.
From PLink, and we're going to do another classic game, a hidden gem of the PlayStation 1 era, and the greatest Final Fantasy game, in my opinion, Final Fantasy IX.
It's a good one.
It's pretty good. It combines a lot of the classic things about the first couple of games that were on the Nintendo and the modern era, 7 and 8. It's the best of both. Before things started to tragically go wrong, depending on your opinions.
Yeah, the switch over to the PS2 era was, it was an exciting new territory for developers. Exciting
new territory. 10 was great. 11, okay. And then we don't talk about 13. Never happened.
Poor Lightning.
Poor Lightning. I mean, there was.
I don't think Lightning herself was a bad character. I think she was just thrown into.
I think Lightning was done best when Cloud cross-dressed.
When she had that comparison.
I mean, but anyway, 15 also good.
Good one, yeah. I recommend it.
15's great, recommended. But we're going through Final Fantasy IX. A lot of hidden things about 9. A lot of...
2.
Excalibur 2, yes. There's a weapon in this game, strongest weapon in the game, stat-wise, that you have to get to the final dungeon in under 12 hours. A feat that's almost impossible through normal means.
Mm-hmm. Especially because you couldn't skip cutscenes.
You had to open up the old PS1 discs and remove the game and then quickly pop it back in before the game decided to close out on you. And then you'd have to figure out and understand all the different armors and hoard them so you don't die on any of the bosses. It's not a fun event. We're not running for that weapon. That weapon can just stay hidden for all I care.
Something that was amazing with this game is just the opening cutscene was starting to really... Final Fantasy games were really starting to capture those opening cutscenes.
For sure. These cutscenes in this game are some of the best of the PS1's got to offer.
In terms of aging, you could look at this and still think, wow.
This is still very impressive and still looks great.
You compare it to, I know there's a lot of things, but just it comes to my mind, Kingdom Hearts 1's intro. That's not far off.
It really isn't far off.
And that was
Kingdom Hearts 1's, and that was 2000, early to late PS2 era.
Yeah. So, it really wasn't... It's not that far off. Obviously the entire game scales down, but for the cutscenes, it's...
Yeah. For cutscenes, it's really great.
Yeah.
Introducing the main character. And yes, that monkey tail's real.
That is definitely a real monkey tail.
That is definitely a real monkey tail.
All the Dragon Ball Z references, disclaimer.
Oh, the references will be many. But how could we not make references with a man with a monkey tail? It's impossible.
Sure is dark.
I guess nobody's here yet. Oh, I have to quickly make an adjustment here. Okay, everything's set.
Sweet.
Lighting the candle.
Whoa.
Who's there?
Zidane.
The main character's real name is Zidane. However...
This is a PlayLink's playthrough.
His name will not stay Zidane for long. Actually, no. Crap. Wrong button.
Goku it is.
Goku it is. I was going to name him Kakarot, but same difference.
Kakarot.
Kakarot!
Oh no.
Oh no.
A dragon. Ah. Yeah, so one mechanic that Tyler will be doing a lot is stealing.
Stealing. Very important in this game.
That is what this game wanted you to do.
They're not really very... The game doesn't really explain a whole lot about the stealing mechanic. However, there is a technique that Zidane gets late game called thievery. And what it does is it deals essentially penetrating damage depending on if you've stolen from everything. So every enemy you come across, you have to steal from at least one thing, I'm pretty sure. And if you do that, it hits for 9,999 damage across the board. Mm-hmm. However, since this guy... Okay, that's everything. Woo! A lot faster than our last time.
Oh yeah, trust me. We did a little bit of playtesting, and like that didn't happen.
It took time. Like 20 minutes. This one fight took 20 minutes because I was trying to get every single item he had.
Because that last thing he stole is actually really good.
Yeah, it's a pretty good knife for early game ability gathering. And 2 of those make an even better weapon.
Poor Cena.
Yeah, Cena just gets crapped on every time. Alright, that's the end of this.
It's really a man with pink beard hair.
And pig ears. I'm not sure if those are real or if those are just part of the mask he's wearing.
If you've watched our recent PlayLinks playthrough of Outlast, for some reason there are a lot of pig elements in the games we play. I don't know why they're always...
We don't plan this, I promise.
We do not have a thing with farm animals. It just happens to be the games that...
We just really like Animal Farm, the book. So there's a little thing in this upcoming conversation. You can get more, essentially, filler dialogue between some of the characters if you select the wrong choice 83 times.
Which we will not be doing.
We will not be doing. Because...
That's a waste of your time and our time.
Yes, it's a waste of everyone's time. And the filler conversation isn't really that important. It's just...
A joke.
A joke, really, about how a character grew up.
Yeah.
Oglops. Oglops. Think cockroaches, but fatter.
Weird buggers.
Mm-hmm. That's the wrong choice. You don't want to kidnap the queen.
She's fat.
You're gonna notice there's probably a striking resemblance to an Outlast monster winner.
Crossover.
I mean, it's gotta happen sometime.
It's gotta happen.
And back to the beautiful CG movies.
Introducing probably one of my favorite characters across the whole universe of Final Fantasy.
Vivi.
Good guy. He's even in Kingdom Hearts, which is also one of my favorite games.
Yeah, and the personality doesn't really change from Kingdom Hearts to here.
Yep.
Which is really good, because they kind of have gone out and changed some of the personalities for some of the Final Fantasy characters.
Yeah.
But I'm still impressed this whole thing was pretty much on the PS1.
I know, right?
I think they made the choice not to put this on the PS2 because I think this game came out dangerously close to the end of the PS1's life cycle. Not sure, you fact check me on that. I don't know.
Not fake news here.
Yeah,
We're not trying to be.
We're not trying to be fake. We just genuinely don't know what's happening at the time of this recording. No, all I know is steal everything and look around for everything because you will miss a lot of important items if you do.
Treasure chests for days.
For days.
Ooh, frame rate's pretty bad.
No, it's just slowed down a bit.
Okay.
For that one little scene. Because they were doing a slow pan to Vivi's character.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Wouldn't be surprised you got pickpocketed.
You see frame rate's not... Oh! Rat kid.
He just intentionally ran into you.
He ran into you. Like, if you're playing the game normally, you're just gonna run straight. But... Time to get ready to see the play. There's a play?
Play?
There's a play?
I like plays.
I like plays, too.
Oh, that reminds me. The score in this game is really really good too.
Yeah, the music in this game is absolutely phenomenal.
Like childhood memories from this music.
Like this music is probably some of the best of the series has to offer.
33 gil.
Someone just dropped money. And playing cards.
Playing cards is interesting in this game. I don't know if we'll really go into it much.
We probably won't go into it too often, but it is definitely an interesting concept this game added from 8, and it's a lot better in this game.
Because around this time, I was, I'm sure a lot of us had Yu-Gi-Oh cards, so it kind of felt like it was part of the game. Like you had these monsters.
Yeah, and they're all like creature cards and from the actual series, and
then it plays nothing like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Then it plays absolutely nothing like Yu-Gi-Oh.
And you realize the mistake you've gotten yourself into.
And it's like, what? What is this? What are we doing? Please, game, stop. Okay, so from here, we'll talk to the ticket salesman, telling us about the play. Zidane Troop is telling us, I want to be your canary. Triumphantly returns to Alexandria on the theater ship Prima Vista.
So, yep, those are important things to know.
Important things to know. Can I help you, son? Lord knows we ain't related.
I love this game because it's very fairy tale-esque. Like, there's a lot of cool characters.
Yeah, a lot of cool random characters that just wouldn't exist outside of a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. It makes you feel part of it, the experience.
So, we basically had a fake ticket the entire time.
Oh.
Yeah. So to make us not cry in front of his ticket stand, he's giving us 3 creature cards. And talk to Alloway Jack to learn more about the cards. But we're not really going to talk to him too much because
I am horrible at this minigame.
So am I.
That is about what I get.
Yeah. You have to press it at the right, okay, so.
And I'm sure you get, elixir or something for getting, a lot.
It depends on how much you get. You talk to them when you revisit this place one of the times, and they'll give you an item, but.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. No one really wants the item.
See, everyone just blames Vivi for everything.
Yeah, it's Vivi's fault. You couldn't hit the nail right. He just tripped.
That should do it. Is that a dog? I don't know.
I can't tell if that's a dog or a really, really, skinny hippo.
Yeah. Shrimp, you're shorter than him.
Shrimp? I'm pretty sure, according to pixel sizes, you're a little bit shorter.
Small hands.
Small hands? My hands are the big hands. Best hands.
Liar.
I'll let you see the show if you become my slave. To
a kid named Rat Kid.
Yes, but, not to make any kind of references here, but I don't feel too comfortable with that.
No, doesn't sit well with me.
Doesn't sit well with me at all.
Try to leave.
It's clear. So he's going to steal that ladder there.
Because, you got to survive in this environment. You've got to get to your plays.
This guy coming up is Alleyway Jack. He teaches you about the cards.
Aw.
But he just mugged me. Oh well.
We'll find money along the way.
Plenty of it. But he would teach you about the cards, and then if you, there's a mini-game quest where if you beat him a certain number of times, he'll reveal something secret about him. Secret's actually pretty impressive because it connects this game to Final Fantasy V.
Huh, interesting.
Yep, he's Gilgamesh, one of the bosses of that game that gets sucked into another dimension.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And apparently next to Bahamut, Gilgamesh has appeared in more Final Fantasy games than ever.
The more you know.
The more you know. But he's not under the name Gilgamesh, which is why you never really notice that. He's always in different names. Because that makes sense.
This kid could be pretty strong to carry up a ladder.
Up a ladder. One-handed.
One-handed, yeah.
I mean, he's a rat, so...
Hey!
Hey! Stiltskin!
How you doing, comrade?
Hey!
Stiltskin.
Say hi to Mosh in the castle for me.
Moogle Moogle.
Kupo? I don't feel too comfortable with getting orders. We don't even know this kid's name yet. We don't even know Vivi's name yet.
Yeah, he's kid with hat.
Yeah, he doesn't even, like, he's just there right now. We haven't even been given the option to name him yet.
So at this point, would you follow him still?
No. I would punk kick the little rat. Telling me to become his slave? You lost your mind? But Vivi's a unique little character. He's so innocent. It's really hard to hate Vivi. Receive 29 gil. There we go. So, his real name is Vivi. But when I first saw him in Kingdom Hearts 2. And my first instinct was he was a Heartless. So, I'm naming him Shadow. Do you approve?
Yeah, that's fine.
Your name's Shadow, huh?
Yeah, that is kind of a funny name, honestly.
It's kind of a really edgy name. It's kind of a name you'd see a really, really lame black hedgehog having.
Ha!
Sega jokes.
Sega.
If only they were actually legitimately good anymore.
You never know. With the Nintendo Switch, they've got some Sega games.
Sonic Boom. Your arguments are invalid with Sonic Boom.
Recovery. Trying to recover anyway.
Trying. Remember what happened with Sonic 06.
Remember the Alamo. Is it funny that game's kind of like a cult classic at this point? Just because of how bad it is, how much of a following it has.
Yeah. Yeah. It is pretty funny at how everyone remembers it for only a 20-second scene if you got to witness it. And if you didn't, more power to you because, good lord, that scene haunts me.
It's haunting.
Yes, the last thing any Sonic the Hedgehog fan wants to see is a human princess, making out with a dead hedgehog corpse.
I wish you could say he's not lying, but that's...
I wish I wasn't lying. But... And this is Queen Braun, Queen of Alexandria. You can see why I say she's an Outlast monster. Hey, this asshole.
Love this guy.
Just doing his job.
By every sense of the word, he means well. He's just kind of a douche.
Yep, and we all know a guy like that.
We all know that kind of person. It's like, all right, well, he's a friend.
He's trying to do something good, but
yeah,
he's just kind of an asshole going about it.
His face is...
Aww.
She's having existential crisis.
Yeah.
She's probably seen many... You gotta remember, for her, she's probably been forced to watch these plays. And
she enjoys the plays.
She enjoys the plays, but she has had to make entertainment for herself, her life. She hasn't been able to leave this castle.
Yep.
Not saying that being a princess is necessarily a hard life, but it's a lonely one.
It's definitely a lonely one. So this play is kind of like Romeo and Juliet in a way, where it's just about two lovers fated to not be together due to a king.
God.
So
Cena's got a face only a mother could love.
yeah.
Between the pixels, that is just terrifying.
Yeah, that's a face that'll haunt your nightmares.
So, question. They can hear the music, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I don't know why the TV's not producing us any sound, but our recording device is getting all the music.
Awesome. Because this song that's about to play
is really good.
It's one of my favorites, and like it's not like a well-known one, obviously, because it only plays at the beginning. Mm-hmm. But "Living by the Sword," it's a really good soundtrack. Yeah, this is definitely a good song for the game.
Dun 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 dun.
Cowman.
There's actually a side quest. Jeez, you know? Like, can we just... He must be made of something weak.
Oh, he's dead.
He's definitely made of something weak. Like paper mache.
That's so funny. I've never seen him drop.
I'm not even going to bother wasting an item to bring him back. He's fine.
Because this is a thing I always didn't realize as a kid, but like they are doing like a stage play right now. So like none of this is like actually... Like, they're not actually snapping.
This is what we have in Case of Magic right now.
It's actually really cool.
It's special effects. So, he just got hit with a special effect meteor.
And he'll do poly.
Which is a special effect, like, light show, really. Light damage for nothing. Because it's all special effects. But since we don't have the steal option here, there's no point to try and steal anything from anybody.
Yeah.
Which is good, because the next few fights don't have a steal option, because they're all part of the stage play.
Though not everyone knows they're a part of the stage
play. Yeah, not everyone's aware it's a stage play.
Which adds to the comedy.
Marcus! Come back.
Ooh, here we go.
Get out of the way.
This is also a good song, this part.
Prince Schneider. Schneider?
Rob Schneider.
Oh, Lord, please, no. No, Robert Schneider, no. If he's a prince, then that's a world I don't want to exist in. Stop running away from me. Okay, so... This is an interesting little mini game what we have here.
With some very scary CGI.
Very scary CGI. But basically, this depends on the speed and the accuracy of how you press the buttons really quickly.
Like, this crowd wants y'all to basically cut each other's.
This crowd wants you to essentially be perfect and within 2 seconds of seeing the option.
So you basically would have to memorize the button commands.
Unfortunately, every time is random.
Oh, it is? Mm-hmm. Oh, no. So yeah, it's literally down to your reflexes.
Because last time we did this, we were moving around a lot.
Yep.
And now it's just a bunch of jumping and ducking and praying to God it stays that way.
Oh,
crap.
See, and that's the thing. Even if it is this one mess up, like their approval rating drops by like 20.
Yeah. And if you're really wanting to show off, you can keep retrying for an encore, but 77 of the nobles were impressed. I messed up once. And the queen was not impressed, but...
She's not impressed with anything, really.
Except the massive pork banquet.
The pork banquet, exactly. Yeah, she's impressed with her food. Her chefs must be well looked after.
Hey, you've seen... We'll show an example of the chefs here in a bit, but... They some weird-looking things.
A lot of weird-looking things in this game.
Yep. This helmet smells funny.
Never want to question that.
My helmet totally reeks. The armor's way too big. And my back's real itchy. And the boots are wet. My gloves are all slimy. There's cookie crumbs in my pockets. I get it.
Hey, you got the package, man?
They got the package all right. That bouncing around there was an ooglap.
Alexandria Castle.
And now we can kind of explore the castle to a degree. So the biggest thing we're supposed to do is go kidnap the princess right now, which is what we're trying to do. This strange lady's kind of dressed funny, coming from the royal chambers. She talks very polite, too.
Examine her face.
We're examining her face. Is there something on my face? I mean, a hood. Oh, what a fuckboy.
What a romantic man.
We have different definitions for Zidane.
Monkey man.
Zidane is kind of a player. Like, he's definitely a player at the start of this whole story.
Yeah.
Then I shall take my leave of you. Who says that?
Not many.
Not many people.
people.
I mean, royalty for sure.
Royalty.
But this can't be the princess, right?
No. Where would you get that idea?
Where would you get that idea?
No way.
This is what I'd never let someone as pretty as you get away.
Oh, suave.
Suave? Or something darker. Dun, dun, dun. Remember, he was going to drug her drink.
He was. He definitely was. Who the heck was that?
That was the princess.
Are you serious?
Why would she be running away when we're trying to kidnap her?
Oh,
these assholes.
God.
These assholes.
Oh no! Like, Tyler, who could you compare these to for their other game counterparts of assholery?
Let me think.
They're no Biggs and Wedge from 8 because they're funny.
Biggs and Wedge are funny, and they're in this game too.
They are. That's true.
For those of you who haven't really, I don't know who I'd compare them to, but these two are not a redeemable pair.
No,
they're not redeemable at all.
They're horrible.
They're horrible little demon, impish dwarf clown things. And
they look like they belong in the hit show American Horror Story. Honestly, that's where I think they belong.
I mean, personally, they belong on the end of a sword. But time for that's later. Fortunately, look.